META and PUNK, two Metaverse ETFs you need to have a look at. So before we go into the details of these two ETFs, these two Metaverse ETFs, let us quickly have a look at the 7 disciplinary classifications of the Metaverse that companies operate in. First of all, the first one is the compute space. Companies that are in this space enable computing and supply computing power to support the Metaverse, or companies that are providing edge computing services. Edge computing is primarily referring to bringing processing and storage capability closer to where it is needed. So some of the companies in that space are Mutable, SWIM.AI, and a host of them, or ClearBlade, EdgeInfra, and a lot of them in Europe and elsewhere. Okay, so the second classification, the networking classification, companies that are operating in this space provide real-time connections, high bandwidth, and data services to consumers, and these are much more well known to you and I. They are the telcos like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Vodafone, and some other ones that are not so popular, Geo, Subspace, Fastly, and EdgeConneX. So the third classification is the virtual platforms. Companies that are operating in this space provide operating and immersive digital and often 3D simulations, environments and worlds wherein users and businesses can explore, create, socialize, and participate in a wide variety of experiences. So these include the also well-known ones like Roblox, Unity, and of course Microsoft Azure, Metaverse, Google, AWS, Oracle Cloud, ClearBlade, some other ones that are not so well known. Okay, so the fourth classification, the interchangeable standards. So the companies that operate in this classification build tools, protocols, formats, services, and engines which serve as actual or de facto standards for interoperability and enable the creation, operation, and ongoing improvements of the Metaverse. And these are largely dominated by the well-known ones, Roblox and Unity. So the fifth classification, the payments, the companies here supports the digital payment processes and operations, which includes fiat on-ramps to pure-play digital currencies and financial services. Some of the players there are Algorand, Uniswap, and MetaMask. So the sixth one is the content, assets, and identity services. The companies here design / create or sale design / create, resale, sale, storage, secure protection and financial management of digital assets such as virtual goods and currencies as connected to user data and identity. So some of the players there are OpenSea, SoRare, Rarible, and DMarket. So the seventh and final classification, the hardware space, we have the Apples, the OnePlus, Google, Samsung, and Oculus. So these companies provide physical technologies and devices to access and interact or develop the Metaverse. So now back to the ETFs. This, first of all, we'll be looking at Meta. So Meta is currently trading in this session of the 28th of January 2021 at $12.12. You can see down here it says the strategies that it seeks to interact. It seeks to track the performance before fees and expenses of the Ball Metaverse Index. The index seeks to track the performance of globally listed equity securities of companies that engage in the activities or provide services / products, technologies, and technological capabilities to enable the Metaverse and to benefit from the general generated revenues. Okay, so some of the companies, some of the holdings, the top 10 holdings are Facebook, or Meta, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Roblox, Unity, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, Apple, Autodesk, Qualcomm, and Amazon. So 54% of the portfolio are invested in these top 10 holdings. So we also have the prospectus here. This is a prospectus for Round Hill. So this is a prospectus. Okay, you can always have you can always search on the SEC and you'll find this prospectus there. So moving on to the next ETF. The next ETF is Punk. So there's some news out there concerning this one. They're saying that it's relatively new. It's a new ETF which is PUNK, wants to invest in everything related to the metaverse except Mark Zuckerberg's Meta. So they're saying down here that what is it called? That metaverse is Facebook seems to be the antithesis of what actual consumers want their digital futures to look like. So Vassive Capital, that is the company behind that ETF. The founder, Michael Orabak, told the Bloomberg in an interview published yesterday, the 27th of January 2021. He says Mark and his team are not the best custodians of our digital futures, he said. So that's some piece of news concerning what the chairman of the company of the firm is talking about, of things about Facebook. And there isn't any disclosure concerning the holdings or holding weightings. There isn't anything there. I believe there isn't anything there. Top 10 holdings, it's blank last time I checked it. So this is its own prospectus here. This is its own prospectus. So it was disclosed just yesterday, the 24th of sorry, not yesterday, just a few days ago, January 24th, 2020. So you can always find this disclosure on the through your brokerage. You can always find this disclosure and digest more for yourself. Okay, so these two ETFs, they are the two ETFs that are investing in the metaverse. You need to look at. You need to have a look at them. The metaverse is exploding, and it's good to know what's going on there. And if you have to invest, have a look at these two ETFs. So thank you very much for watching this video.